Welcome to this week's Nada Dada DIY video. Today, I am going to be the one teaching Mom over here.
I'm very excited.
How to make bath bombs.
And I love bath bombs, and I've never made one before, so I'm very, very excited about this. So tell us what we're doing, Meg.
Some of the ingredients that you have that we are going to use, you probably already have at your house. So we are going to do baking soda, citric acid, and Epsom salts. That's going to be the recipe that we're following today. Okay. There's probably a couple other recipes out there, but that's the one we're going to use. So citric acid is probably going to be the only thing that you might not know where to get that at, because everything else you're just going to get at the grocery store. But the citric acid is in the candy aisle, or in, you know, in
the canned food aisle,
canning aisle, those kinds of things. This is food grade citric acid, and it's also available on your online platforms as well, i.e. Amazon and whatnot.
So everything that you got today, that you pulled together today to make these bath bombs out of, you found in my house, right?
I did. I actually raided all of our cabinets and found everything that we needed here.
Free bath bombs.
But I am fortunate enough, though, that you are a glass artist and you use mica pigments. So we are going to color our bath bombs with mica pigments that are body safe for cosmetic uses. And that's the kind that she buys for her glass. So we already have that. But, you know, just when you're looking for mica pigments, if you want them, make sure they're just body safe on there, body glitter and things along those lines, that they are body safe. And
you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can get them in these little just trial packs, yeah. And they're maybe 15 cents, 20 cents for this size. So, and these are available on Amazon, this size.
Yep, we just want a little, you don't really need that much as far as the color goes. Other things that we're going to use are essential oils, and again, these are ones that between her and I, we've just had. So we have things like lemon and orange and lavender and peppermint and vanilla. But they, you know, that's parts up to you on whether you want it more awakening, more relaxing. You got to do your research on what you want it to be, what you want in there.
So it's artist choice. Yep. And I got orange on my lips, so burning.
Don't put it on your lips. Don't put it on your lips. Today, I'm gonna show you how to mix everything in together, and then how to make your sphere. We got this at Michael's in their soap section. They have like a bath bomb section basically, and this is just their #2 sphere as far as that goes. And it's more of a steel one. They have plastic ones that you can buy too. You can use either. I just liked the size of this one. It's a little bit smaller. But anyway.
Okay.
Let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is, this is ½ a cup of citric acid and ½ a cup of Epsom salt mixed together. I already did that part for us. We're gonna dump it in the bowl.
Okay, I did it.
Yay!
Okay.
The next one, we need baking soda, and I've just poured some in the bowl to make it easier here, but we need 2 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon. Okay,
and then do I make these level? Do I pack it? What do I do here?
I think that the key here is going to be slightly packed, not packed, but slightly packed and level.
So 2 1/2?
2 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon.
Plus 1 teaspoon. Okay, we got that. And look at you, you measured almost perfectly. Okay. And then what's next?
So then after we get this part of our dry ingredients together, this would also be when we added any rose petals or lavender buds. I chose rose petals for this one.
And these came out of your garden?
They did. The other boys picked it, we dried them. But
so just dried rose petals? And they actually smell really nice as well. So that's going to add a little bit of luxury. She's
crumbling up in there. You know, you can, they were just whole rose buds, so you can do whatever you want as far as that goes, but she's kind of crumbling them in there.
Okay, and now do I mix this up?
Mix it all together, yep.
And I noticed it's a little lumpy, so we're just going to break these up.
Use your fingers to break up those clumps in the baking soda. That's where that's going to come from.
All right, it's pretty.
Yeah.
You can see that, okay.
Next step was we're going to do coconut oil. So coconut oil is a solid at room temperature, and then it melts with basically body temperature. This is going to be...
And this is culinary coconut oil that we just had in the cupboard, okay.
Yep, there's nothing special about it. It's just whatever you've got laying around, coconut oil. I just smeared some in there.
All right.
It's about ½ a teaspoon. Use your body temperature to warm up the coconut oil and to mix it really evenly throughout the entire mixture at this point.
Okay. So just get in here and do it.
Get in there and do it. You can wear gloves if you want to, but the coconut oil does like your body temperature in order to melt.
And it's gonna make my hands really super soft from making these, right?
Yeah, and the baking soda is a little abrasive, so you might have some nice exfoliated hairs.
I haven't been to the get a manicure at a spa in a long time, so.
Oh, quarantine.
Okay, so we've got it all mixed together and it's like a little clumpy. It's not like a cake flour anymore. It's more like kind of a cookie dough.
We'll get there. We're gonna add a little bit of water here too. So water, we need 1/2 of a teaspoon. And we're gonna add this so very slowly.
You pour it in and I'll mix.
Pour, you mix.
Okay.
Just a little bit. It's gonna fizz a little when you get it in there. And the key is gonna be to get that fizz kind of put out with the rest of the dry mixture as quickly as possible.
Okay. We like that. Okay. It's getting definitely more
damp
and sticky.
All right, this is gonna be our last little drop here.
Okay. Oh yeah, that it didn't take much water at all.
No, 1/4 teaspoon is literally like 3 drops of water.
And it's kind of humid out today too, so. All right, what is next?
Next is gonna be our essential oils. At this step, again, this is all up to you as far as the amount and stuff, but I would say no more than 15 drops of your preferred essential oil. Today I chose to do a vanilla and orange, kind of like an orange creamsicle.
Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, let's do it. And I'll keep mixing while you put the 15 drops. That seems like a lot.
2, 3, 4, 5. This is about 7. We'll just go 7. Okay. And then we'll do a couple of the vanilla.
Okay.
The vanilla one I got as a trial in a soap one as well, so it's just kind of been hanging out.
Ooh, that smells really good. It does smell like a creamsicle.
That's totally creamsicle.
I like it. Okay, and then now this is just going to be a white bath bomb with rosebuds in it, or do we want to add some color to it?
I was thinking we could do some colors. I was thinking like a gold mica is what we have here that's closest to an orange color. I was thinking kind of gold. Make it more like a luxe.
All right, luxe.
If you're going to do multiple colors, you could separate the dry mixture out into separate bowls and then add in your mica pigments into different ones. We've made some purple and blue ones earlier.
And now is this going to make 1 bath bomb, 2 bath bombs?
This is making 1 bath bomb.
1 bath bomb. Okay, so we're really going to consolidate this down. We're going to pack it in. Okay.
Yep, all of this mixture is going to go into these 2 molds here.
So I really like the gold color with the rose. It's very complimentary, and then the smell is heavenly. I wish this was smell
a little bit more. A little bit more.
Okay.
So if you're using the more brightly colored mica pigments, more in there is possibly going to stain your bathtub. Oh, well, not necessarily stain, but
make a ring.
Leave the ring. You might need to wash it after that. But the lighter color mica pigments with this little...
Really pretty.
Yeah, it should
And do we have any pink to put in there because it's a rosy? I think we're good.
I don't really... We had some pink, but we've used it.
Okay. Well, I like this. It's
all right.
Gold.
So show them the clump, the way it clumps in your hand. So you can see when she squeezes it into her hand, it's going to clump together and get it like that's the solid that we want of it. But it's more of a powder in the bowl, and then you clump it with your hand.
Okay. Now I am hideous at putting them in the sphere. So explain what you're doing.
So each part that you go, you're gonna add a little and squish it down in there. You want to kind of squish as you go and get it all squished in there.
Show them in the camera how you're doing that, because when I've tried it, it just comes apart.
If you add too much in the beginning, you're not gonna compress enough air out of there. So you do want to squeeze as you go. You can use the fat part of your thumb to get in there, and then when you get to this topper layer part, you can use the palm. You know, that big hard part of your palm right here by your thumb. Push that in there, and you really want to get that in there. So since we're doing a sphere, you want to overpack your 2 sides here, because that's how they're going to seal together. So we're going to do the other side same way, not all the way, and you're going to squish it down in there.
You're so much better at this than I am.
You are much better at the resin than I am. So we
have our talents.
We have our give and our takes. So here we are. Just gonna get the last bit. You can use a spoon too if you.
It's making me hungry for a creamsicle.
It smells really sweet.
It really does. It smells great.
Okay, we are packed in that part, and I'm gonna use the rest of this. Get it on top.
I don't know if the camera's picking it up either, but it's kind of got this iridescent, glowy, pretty glittery color to it. It's really nice.
But I didn't put any extra glitter. This is just the glitter from the mica pigment. Now you can kind of see we've got 2 overfill tabs here, and we're gonna squeeze them together. Once we squeeze these together and get this out, you kind of want to go get them in there. Get rid of this part right here, and then just kind of push them with just as like strong as you can kind of get in the middle, and then do nothing. Do nothing for 1 minute.
Okay, so it only takes a minute to set.
It takes 1 minute to set for these smaller sizes.
Okay.
Some of the bigger ones might take a little bit longer, depending on how much coconut oil and such you put in there.
Well, I have severe attention deficit disorder, so 1 minute is good for me. I like that.
You can use the 1 minute to clean up your workspace, to get a drink of water, you know, your choice.
Clean your hands.
Clean your hands. You do end up with some nice little stuff on there.
Okay.
Let's see what happened.
This is fun.
Man. Don't go too early. Don't get impatient.
Okay.
Probably, let's throw it in the fridge first.
Okay.
See what.
I can't be trusted.
I think we will get there.
As you can see, we've gotten there before.
We have made it. Okay, so I just pulled this out of the refrigerator. I just did put it for about a minute. Let's see what we got here. You can kind of pinch.
Beautiful. So it was just too warm. So the coconut oil just needs to chill up a little bit.
Yep.
Look at how pretty that is. I love that. So we can put it with the rest of ours.
You can join in. This is, you can see, we've got our blue and purple sphere of a bath bomb. I don't know if you can see the glitter in there with the light. I'll try and do that for you.
How did I do? Beautiful. It's a rose, orange, lavender, mint, raspberry bath bomb with glitter.
I think it's still going to be really fun though.
It smells really good.
It does. It actually works.
Yeah.